Okay, everybody. This is it. It's the conclusion to Starfield. We're about to finish the game right now. Alright? Let's see how it happens. We already saw this. But it's okay. We gotta redo it.
We are ready to kill each other for the artifacts. As always.
Stop being choppy, stupid.
I'm sorry it's come to this.
There we go. Okay. Let's see here. So, we're gonna try to persuade them. Alright. Maybe we can persuade them and not have to fight them. I guess we're about to find out. What's up, X-Shooter?
More talking. I'm a little disappointed.
No. Wait. I want to hear this.
Of course you do.
Fine.
So, I have 3 turns to hit 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 persuasion. So, you might not reach unity, but if you turn away now, you both live. There has to be some version of you two that's more reasonable. Maybe serves tea, enjoys movies. There's plenty of universes to fight in. Let's let this one see some peace. I'm sure we can work something out. Do you threaten? Do you joke? I don't think joking is going to work with the hunter. So I think the joke would not work. I don't think this would work either. So this is peaceful, joking, threaten, or... I guess this is like reason. So yeah. So this is like rational thought. Or kind of peaceful reason. Joking or threat. I think that he might respond to a threat.
I think our odds are pretty good.
I don't. We can end the cycle of revenge, all 3 of us.
The power vacuum you would create over getting to the Unity would be worse.
Well, now there's no way to do it. Right? You could have attacked me already. Some piece of each of you wants to let go of the artifacts.
I'm nothing if not open-minded.
Ha ha! Letting someone else enter the Unity is an act of faith. You need to believe in humanity again.
A better future.
Ah. I did it! It's the same thing twice, though.
Well, I don't know about either of you, but it's been a while since I felt this old.
Huh.
Perhaps it's time to put this all to an end.
At least this once. Here. Take the artifacts. Before I come.
By the way, I was totally gonna let that ride, and if it failed, I was gonna fight them. But I guess I did it. Wow. I didn't have to fight them at all? I didn't have to fight them at all. There's a very loud chopper above my house. I don't know why. It's very loud. Hear it? Did I just level up twice? I think I did. I think I got to gain 2 levels. Anyway. Wait, why am I getting all these items? Samco liked that? What did you like? Talk to your friends before you leave.
Coming up on the end of a long ride here. We got all the artifacts. You ready for what comes next? Might not see each other on the other side.
We have to risk it. It's what we do. I'm worried I won't lie. I've had enough of looking at your ugly mug, cowboy. Wow. Just outright insult those looks. I mean, obviously this is supposed to be a joke, right? Oh, by the way, I gained frostbite. That's nice. By the way, in the meantime, I just received a $5 tip From D-Dog. D-Dog says, can't wait for you to go back to Call of Duty and get back on a tear. Hope that your internet gets fixed. Yeah, we'll see. Hopefully it is fixed as of today. I guess we're going to find out. But, thank you very much for the $5 tip. D-Dog.
As much as I enjoy having you around.
Okay, cool. Alright, so... we have to risk it. It's what we do.
I know. Just bracing for it.
It's what we do.
Hey, listen, you're probably wondering about Cora. I played it over in my head 1,000 times, and I've made up my mind.
What?
She's coming with.
You're what?
I know what everyone's gonna say, but even if I told her no, she'd find some way on board that ship. And if we stayed behind,
when did I ever offer Sam to come with me? Right? When did I say that? I never said that. I never offered to have him come with me. But if we get split up, she'd be all alone.
I know. I know. Part of me thinks I should have the both of us stay behind. But if we did that, it'd eat us up inside. Chance of a lifetime gone.
That's
I know
ridiculous.
people might wonder what kind of father I am for bringing her along, but would you keep your kid from a shot at eternity? Cora's earned this. So I hope you can understand why I want it for her. No matter the risks.
What the heck? I don't know about this, man. I don't know about this at all. I never even offered that he could come with me. I literally never offered that. The game is automatically doing that, which is really stupid. By the way, should you be able to take their ship? I guess not, right? I don't get it. Why did the game just assume I wanted them to come with me? Just because he's my companion? So whatever companion you have would have been automatically offered to go with you at this rate? That's silly. No? I think that's pretty silly. So, what are we doing? Where are we going now? I don't know what the objective is. We gotta look at the mission. Let's see. I leveled up twice, which is hilarious. Missions. One giant leap. Build the armillary and talk to your friends before you leave. We still have 4 days for the, what is it? The grieving or whatever for, I can't remember his name. What was his name? Ah, what the hell was his name? I forgot his name. What was the name of the guy who died? Was it Barrett? Barrett. It's been so long since I played this, I can't remember his name. So we're going to miss it. We're going to miss the memorial service, I guess, huh? What's funny also is we have all of these, right? You don't have to get these, huh? So what are these? Are these just other fragments you can get? And they give you powers or something? Right? I guess that's what it is. It's completely optional. I mean, I should talk to them all one more time, right? What just happened? I wanted to do this, and look what happened. Excuse me. Are they all... Wait a minute. Are they all on the ship to talk to? Freaky Professor did a super chat. He says, another thing you survived, and I will wait for what comes next. Yeah, that's how life works, right? It's an ongoing survival trek, I guess.
We did it! We have all the artifacts.
We did it. Hold on a second here. There's a we involved here? It was me. I did it. You just stood on the ship. Where is everybody? Here we go. Wait a minute. What does she act like the janitor?
Hello.
And why didn't she ever wash her face?
Welcome back.
Personal questions?
Make it quick.
Look, there's nothing to talk about with the artifacts. How do you feel about your career change, and why don't you ever wash your face?
Good. Letting someone else do the worrying has given me time to process my husband's death. I've come to terms with the fact that nothing I do can bring him back. Once that sank in, I commissioned a memorial to be constructed for Manuel. For closure, and because he was never given a proper burial. It was built on the asteroid where we first met. I wanted it there as a testament to our happy memories. I like knowing they'll be remembered when I'm gone.
I'm glad. That's a beautiful way to remember him.
I think so too. We made a lot of good memories there. I'd like to put him to rest in the place where we were happiest. All right. That's enough sentimentality for one day.
Yeah, back to sweeping.
We have work to do. Let's get back to it.
Back to sweeping.
Goodbye.
That was a really important conversation to have. It wasn't even about the end of the game. So she has like nothing. She has like no personality outside of her husband who passed. Oh, look who's here. Raphael joined us.
It's over. It's finally over. I can't tell you how grateful I am to be out of there. Thank you. If you don't mind, I'll tag along until we get back to civilization. Anywhere will do. I can catch a ride back to New Atlantis on my own. And then, if you ever need an engineer, or just want to talk, look me up at the viewport. I owe you.
Great. I'll hire him just on the mustache alone. You always respect a man with a marvelous mustache. Right. Anyway, so Lynn and Sam are on the ship. Oh, I hear a Dorian fan talking, but I don't know where he is. Downstairs, maybe? Must be. The ship's pretty big. Game Master did a super chat. He says, personally, I wish the game had VATS. I wish it had something unique to the combat. It literally has nothing unique to the combat at all. It feels like a choppy, indistinct first-person shooter, and that's sad. So, I've had the Adoring fan the whole game. He literally hasn't done anything. He's done not a single useful thing ever. Being a part of the crew, in conversation. He never gave me a quest. He just stands here. So what exactly was the point of having the Adoring fan in the game? Like, at least in Oblivion, he follows you around. He's a companion. He helps in combat. I mean, what was the point? He didn't need to be in the game at all. I understand, oh, it was like an Easter egg from Oblivion. That's great, but... By the way, where the hell's the rest of my the people? Maybe I should go back to Constellation, do you think? Canadian Kirk says it lets you know how it feels to be hero worshipped. Yeah, it's incredibly annoying. That's my description of it. I guess we should go back to Constellation. Also, they want us to build the whatchamacallit, right? This thing. Build the artillery. Add the artifacts. You complete it. Once you power up the grav drive, you'll jump to the Unity. Remove it from your ship if you need to grav jump anywhere else. Oh, I wanted to go back to Constellation. Yeah. Crap. I wanted to go to Constellation briefly to talk with everyone. Okay, so now I add it again when I want to finish the game.
Good to see
So let's
you.
do that. Let's go to Constellation and talk to everyone like once, and then we'll go back in the ship and we'll end the game. Okay? Excuse me. Bongo Express did a super chat. I love the adorable fan. He elite? He elite? Eh? What does that mean? So how would I go to Constellation here? What's the quickest way to do it? Do I have a mission on New Atlantis? Probably not, huh? Talk with Sarah Morgan. That didn't work. I hate when this shit doesn't work. It really drives me bonkers, dude. Why does it say she's here? She's not here. I just went through the whole ship and she ain't here. Fucking stupid. Alright, forget talk with Sarah Morgan. I want to go back to... Oh my god. Fuck this. Unselect that. Deliver news about the Terramorph attack. There we go. Alright. There we go. That got me a fast travel. Game Master did another super chat. Do you feel $70 is too much for this game? Again, it depends on what you look for in a game. Everyone's going to have a different opinion. The game has a tremendous amount of content. The question is it good content for you? Right?
Atlantis is gorgeous.
And I feel like everyone will have a different opinion on that. Some people would actually really like this game and think that the content is worthwhile and meaningful. And other people would be like, I hate this shit. Right? You know, everyone will be different. So, yeah, you know, your personal preference would be the answer there. Does it have enough content to support it being $70? I mean, yes. At the same time, why would you pay $70 for it when you could just get Game Pass? I couldn't fathom.
My sources back.
I couldn't fathom paying $70 for it when it's on Game Pass, right? Why on earth would you buy it? John just did a super chat. He says, glad you're back. Keep up the gameplay. I also got a tip, so let me shout all this stuff out, guys. Give me a second here. Thank you, John. I appreciate that very much. And it's good, to, of course, to be back. Hopefully now for good and no more nonsensical stuff happening with harassment and stuff, right? Hopefully.
What's the scoop?
And I received a $22 tip. I'm Commander Shepard. This is my favorite stream on the Citadel. Well, thank you, Commander Shepard, for a $22 tip. I appreciate that. I have a story for you. It's going to be called, I taped your mouth shut so you shut up so I can talk to my audience. It's going to be a great one, like front page news if you don't shut up. All right. So thank you very much to Commander Shepard for the $22 tip.
You talk and get paid.
And with that,
I spread the news.
we're at $90 in tips today. Thank you very, very much for the support, everybody. $10 away from a hat you get to vote on. And keep in mind, we have both holiday hats in the running. The Let's Get Lit and the Santa hat, as well as all the other hats. So there you go. Okay, so.
You have another story for me?
I was in the Terramorph attack at New Atlantis. Yeah, we all were.
Really? To say you have my undivided attention is an
Wait,
understatement.
you're at New Atlantis. How are you not there for it?
The accounts we've got were chaotic. What was your
What are you
role?
talking about? The accounts we got were chaotic. You were here. We're at New Atlantis. What accounts? You were sitting right there when it happened. This is, dude, this game is so stupid. The person who's on New Atlantis right now with me and was here during the attack wants to know my account of the attack when she was there too. Like, what the fuck is your problem? You are a dunce. Wow. Anyway, here we go.
Sounds like maybe you're being modest. Security isn't exactly trained for that scenario. But all right. The whole city is still on edge over the attack. We were fortunate, damn fortunate, that casualties were so low. What was it like in the thick of things?
By the way, RAC, being very generous, just gifted 5 memberships to the community. Congratulations to J, Boyfly, Skiznalit, David E, Protosser, and Detractorism. What a name. All of them just received a gifted membership. So congratulations to all of you. That should get us up to 506 members, which is great. We're headed back in the right direction. You know, I was hoping to keep this above 500 today. Thank you very much for that, RAC. I felt alive. When everything is on the line, every moment seems like a gift.
You never know quite how precious life is until it's under threat.
Of course. A big gift.
It sounds like New Atlantis, heck, the whole UC, owes you a great debt.
That's right. How much are you going to pay me?
Any closing comments? I already have a good story here.
I can't sleep at night because who knows when they'll attack again. Everyone needs to know the man behind it is Vevictus. Yes, let's do it.
What? You're serious? Listen, Victus is dead.
Hahaha.
Like, documented historical event dead. I don't even want to get into it.
Well, she won't let me tell her that. She's an idiot. Alright, I have nothing else to say.
Got it. Hey, Constellation? From all of us that live here, thanks. We use the word hero a lot in news, but you really are one.
Wow. So there is one more story to deliver, but does it really matter? I was just curious if anything else would happen if I talked to her, because it's the end of the game. Like, I thought maybe the story would be, I got all the artifacts, so I'm about to jump to another dimension, but we apparently can't tell that story.
Story for me?
So if I want to go to Constellation, right, I got to get on the tram, correct? And then from the tram, we go over to what is it called, the Jemison or whatever? So let's do that. Let's get on the tram. Which is where? Now I'm confused. Where's the tram?
The United Colonies Vanguard program.
By the way, Captain.
I thought it was over here. It is, right? Is it over here? Why does everything look different than I remember it? It totally looked... That's the entrance. No, there's the tram. There. I was going the wrong direction. I was going completely the wrong direction. Here we go. Okay. So we gotta go to the residential district, correct? That's where the Jemison is, I think. Or is it in Mast? No, it's in Mast. I can't remember. Let's find out. I can't remember. But we gotta finish the... We gotta talk to everyone in Constellation one time, and then we'll finish the game. And then I'll give you my final thoughts. Okay, a couple more tips have come in. I received a $6 tip from Moonman. Message, keep on keeping on. Thank you to Moonman for a $6 tip. I received a $2 tip. So this person says, I think the only way to stop drama is to stop talking about it entirely, but unfortunately you had to talk about the Comcast situation. You're right. Keep in mind, I kept it under wraps for a month. I literally never mentioned it for a month because I didn't want anyone to know about it publicly. I just wanted to go about my day. I had to bring it up because there was no other way to get help. Okay? I also received a $10 tip from Ponage101. He says, I want to see one of the festive hats today. Alright. So, with that tip, we have hit the tier 2 tips goal for today's stream, which I really appreciate. And now we will have a poll for the 2 festive hats. Excuse me. Why is there a number symbol?
Did it ruin the plot?
Did it ruin the plot? Who the fuck are you? Stop talking. Did it ruin the plot? Alright, here we go. Game Master also did a super chat. I gotta shout that out in a second. Jeez. Am I gonna get to beat the game? I don't know.
My insomnia's just gotten so bad. Maybe if I try easy sleep tea. Although it probably has caffeine.
Go for it.
Okay. So, Game Master did a super chat. DSP, something I want to tell you. You're aware the Arkham games are now coming out on Switch, but it's $60. I feel that's a ripoff. Arkham Knight was on sale for $3.99 and Return to Arkham for $5. On the Switch? Or are you talking about in general? Because those games have been incredibly cheap. The collection, at one point, was selling for like $5, $10. I remember seeing it for that price. So you're right. If they're selling it for $60 on Switch, essentially the only reason they're able to get away with that is because it's never been on Switch before, right? So they feel, well, it's your only opportunity to play it on Switch, so you have to pay what you have to pay to play it, right? So that's kind of messed up, but this happens all the time. It does. It'll be ported to a new console, and all of a sudden the price will get inflated because they feel like this is a whole new customer base for them now, and they can take advantage of that customer base, sadly. So yeah,
I still can't
sucks,
believe I got
but
my own room
they
here.
do it all the time.
I keep thinking they'll one day say it was all an elaborate practical joke.
Morale in the lodge has been measurably reduced. It appears Constellation's current mission is at its end.
Okay.
It is customary to offer congratulatory statements.
You deserve plenty of praise yourself, Vasco. Does he? What did he do?
Thank you. If I were sentient, I am sure I would be feeling a great sense of pride and increased social connectivity to you.
Time to eat, Jade. See you later.
The process
Enjoy.
of becoming Starborn is done without causing any physical trauma. But given the unknown physiological requirements of crossing universes, that seems unlikely.
Yeah. Let's see if a robot can become a Starborn.
Given that the Starborn encounters have so far not included any robots, the safe assumption is that I will need to remain behind. If we do not see each other again, goodbye, Captain. From a statistical standpoint, you have been an unusually effective member of this team.
All right. Let's see here. Andy says he's making fun of Bethesda's facial animations, saying they look very robotic in every game. Casanova, good to have you here today. It's good to have you here pushing forward positively. It's good to have you here on stream, Casanova.
Monitoring everyone's
all right. So that's the Vasco conversation.
Trauma.
Don't mind me. Tip your ear later.
What?
It'll be a shame to pack up all the modifications to the Eye for finding the artifacts. But she's earned a break. Gilded our fortunes for sure.
I can say the same. Oh, no. Hold on a second. I gotta close my window again, guys. Son of a bitch. Son of a bitch!
If you don't want to talk, we don't have to.
Okay. So, could say the same about you. We couldn't have done this without you. I don't believe that. You find some new anomaly out there. The eye sleeps at last. Let's say that. I don't believe that. You'll find something else out there.
Caught the measure of me right. Worse ways to retire for an ex-Crimson fleet. I'll be taking up the chair when everyone's gone in the Unity. Set Constellation's course for another new beginning. Not my first time at the helm for a crew, but going to take it slow.
You should make Constellation's official chair a bench press. Every new member has to do reps.
That would be one for the slates. A barbell in each hand when you first walk through those doors. Well, tipped your ear long enough. I'll be smiling as you walk through Eternity's gate. Give the next universe something to talk about, yeah?
There you go. So it's funny, Reverse 750 says if you want to see the funeral, you could just wait for 4 days. I could, but this is kind of the point I'm making about the game. When you know that there's a zillion other infinite Barretts out there, right? It kind of takes away the meaning behind the memorial. Like, he passed away, and then moments later, it's revealed there's an alternate multiverse where he's alive, and you meet him. It's like, well, so now the impact of losing your Barrett is completely lost. And that's what I mean about the whole plot. They really screwed it up, in my opinion. They don't give you enough time for anything to really sink in or have meaning. They just move you right into this multiverse plot that kind of completely negates the value of what just happened. You see? So why care about the funeral? It really doesn't matter. You know?
I'm not sure when things will feel safer. But we have not been attacked again.
And Andrea had it rough in my playthrough because we found her at the end of the story we were doing. And I've never literally done anything with her, so I don't even know her story or anything, and I don't really care. Because, you know, the game isn't very good.
The Unity awaits. I am not as afraid as I thought I would be. Stepping away from the world you know can lead to a better place.
I would say, out of the companions that I did spend time with and do their stories, Barrett's was interesting, and Sam's alright. Not great, but alright. What's her name? Sarah is incredibly boring, and I don't like her character at all. And that's it, because I don't know, because I didn't do anything with anybody else. I tried Lynn, and Lynn only had the story about her husband who passed away and had nothing else to add, ever. So, okay. Excuse me. Screw everyone in this universe. A bunch of jerks. Let's say the universe we have isn't so bad. There's no guarantee what's next will be better.
Constellation has given me a home, and I will always be grateful. But I also feel ready.
Who said that any of these people are going through with me? I didn't say any of them are. I think I'm just going myself. I'm going to screw them. By the way, you guys voted for the Let's Get Lit hat.
Will we even recognize each other if we do?
I don't know if you guys want it on. It's very distracting when I have it on. I might have to buy a new battery for it, because it probably ain't going to last very long. But there we go. Let's get lit for Christmas. Sounds good, right?
Was there more?
Could you shut up? Everyone's so impatient in this game. I received a $4.20 tip from Rue. Well, thank you to Rue for a generous $4.20 tip. I appreciate that. Yes, I always pull out this this beanie for the holidays, but I don't think the battery lasts very long. We'll see. Very bright. If it's distracting, let me know and I'll turn the lights off. Okay? If it's too distracting. And Baronoli, thank you for re-upping your membership 30 months. Appreciate the support. There you go. You have my permission to punch any other versions of me that you meet. There you go.
Oh, that was already my plan. If we do not see each other again, then goodbye. I am proud of all that.
Did we even have a conversation with her? She's acting like we're old friends, right? I don't think we even had a conversation at all.
Waiting for time.
Ah! When did you get there? You scared me. Where's everybody else?
Constellation has suffered loss.
Oh, let's see here.
Although none.
Where'd I get the beanie? I think many, many years ago, I would say 2018, when Kat first moved here. I'm pretty sure that year we went around looking for Christmas stuff for my marathon, and this is something we found at a random store. I couldn't tell you exactly what store it was. It was somewhere like the local mall or something.
An investment paying off. We've succeeded beyond my wildest dreams. Everyone should feel proud.
Industrialist. Now the real work begins. How to turn a profit on this Unity business.
I have thoughts. There is nothing that an entrepreneurial mind can fail to commoditize, with enough time and effort, of course.
Oh, of course.
To give you a preview. A theme park would be too garish, but if we're lucky, and the journey to the Unity can be replicated, well, alas, while I would like to take the final jump with everyone, I'm afraid the saying, you can't take it all with you, has caught up to me. There might not be a Stroud Eklund in the next universe, and certainly not mine. And I would be a poor choice of company if I was, well, poor.
Well, oh well. He sounds like he wanted to make Jurassic Park with the Unity, but he says, oh, the theme park won't work, so we could maybe do something else, right? He's trying to make money on it. It's pretty funny. Game Master, thanks for the super chat. He says the makers of Shadow of War may be making a Wonder Woman game. It's interesting. Wonder if it'll be any good. Okay, anyway. There's more to you than your money.
Thank you for that. But I'd be lying to myself if I didn't admit it was a part of me. And I have no desire to find out who I am without it. Goodbye, my friend. If I could borrow a bit from Sebastian Banks, bring light into the darkness of the
I think it's just Noel, however you say her name, is the only other person left, right? Everyone else we've talked to except Sarah, but apparently Sarah's MIA. Said she was on the ship. We walked through the entire ship. She wasn't there. So maybe she was in the bathroom.
So I know we aren't keeping all the artifacts here anymore, but I think I can get some good readings from your ship.
About what?
You have no idea how excited I am to analyze the data after you jump to the Unity. I'm gonna make some coffee. Pull an all-nighter.
You're coming with us!
What? No, I do not do field work. Especially not the restructuring yourself at the molecular level.
She doesn't want to come.
Or whatever the Unity actually does to make you starborn. Anyway, Vladimir and I...
Yeah, see, the battery's already dying. See how it's going crazy?
We're both staying.
It's not supposed to do that. It's supposed to blink like a tree, not go crazy.
Going with so many people leaving. It'll be pretty quiet at first, but that's what Constellation has been doing forever, right? An old generation moves on.
I think I have another battery for this downstairs, by the way. Alright, well, Noel, chair of Constellation, has a nice ring to it. Didn't we already tell Vlad that he's going to be the chair? Oops.
Maybe one day. For now, I think I'm better off letting Vladimir have that.
Okay. There you go.
Okay, I promised myself I wouldn't cry. And I'm sticking to that. So, goodbye. I'll miss you all.
What's funny is, like, you don't understand that emotion because she's barely been part of the story, right? I mean, yeah, she's been there for the Constellation meetings, but it's not like she ever went on a mission with you. You didn't really learn much about her backstory or anything, right? Like, she's all emotional, like she's some critical part of the game. She's totally not. Not at all. Not like they act now, anyway. Alright, well, I guess that's it. I guess you gotta go to the ship, right? We go to the ship. Here we go. This will be the end. So we have to get up. We have to build the armillary. Oh. Are they showing you where she is? No, that's New Atlantis. What the hell? What is going on right now?
Do you need anything? Your clothes.
Here. Oh, I gotta talk to Cora?
I can't wait to get to the Unity. I've been reading all about parallel universe theory, and I'm so ready to meet another version of me. You think it's okay if I call them Cora too?
You're not coming with us. It's too dangerous. Damn. Just completely destroy her hopes and dreams. She'll probably run away crying, right? I'd be offended if you were calling me too.
You're right. We shouldn't assume that just because they're the second us we see, that they somehow didn't exist before. Look, Dad said that there's a chance we might all get separated after we go to the Unity. You don't think that's going to happen, do you?
It might. That's the risk we'll all be taking. This is why I think you should stay here where it's safe. We'll be fine. This is what we do.
Okay. That makes me feel better. I'm sure gonna miss the lodge, but I can't wait to see what happens next.
Alright, so that's that. Well, who's left to talk to? At this point, I don't think I'm gonna talk to Sarah. I don't give a shit. I can't even find her. It's like she disappeared from the game. Yeah, she's gone. So screw it. I don't care about her. I'm serious. Like, I can't find her. My whole crew's on the ship and not Sarah. Oh well. Let's finish the game. I'm serious. I don't even care anymore. This is so stupid. I'm gonna waste my time. Done with this shit. Okay. Let's get the fuck out of here. Sorry, Sarah. Maybe you should actually load in the universe somewhere so I could talk to you. I don't care. Alright. Let's do it. Why did Cora say leave? Or was that the adoring fan? It could have been the adoring fan. It sounded high-pitched like him. Alright, Derek. See you tonight. Let's finish it. And, okay, here we go. Now, what do we gotta do? Just grab jump anywhere? Like, literally grab jump anywhere? Right? One giant leap. Power up the grav drive. So how do I do it? I have a bounty on me. What's going on? Oh, work? Well, here we go. We're going into the Unity. This looks very exciting. Very exciting. Thank you, Nasty Mandy, for a super chat. It says, how's the internet? We'll take a look. Seems to be working. Thank you for the super chat. So here we are. We're standing in front of what appears to be like a giant Whopper, hard candy, or everlasting gobstopper or something. Right? This is very exciting. So you stand there. Oh, I can move. I can move. Here we go. This actually looks like the background from Mass Effect 2 and 3 with the elusive man, right? There I am.
You made it. I hope you're enjoying the view.
Wow, what an ugly dude.
I never get tired of staring at it. Eternity.
Wow. I was expecting more.
The infinite only exists. Judging it makes no difference. I am as much you as you are a part of everything. All points connect to here. When a star is born or dies, its existence beats through the heart of this place. The Unity. I have seen all you are, have been, and could be. Do you feel like you've lived a good life? Is there anything you regret?
We all have regrets. I did what I pleased and took what I wanted. Being good was never the plan. I've done all I can to make peace with what I couldn't. Right? I don't know. My character didn't really give a shit about anything, right? Right? I'll say we all have regrets if we're honest anyway. How about that?
Fair. I wonder what your decision will be then. In order to become Starborn, you must give the universe one last thing. Yourself. That intangible part of you. That something that makes you unique amongst the infinite will explode like a supernova.
Great.
A part of you will fuse with the essence of this universe, while another part leaves it behind.
This is like terrible writing for the end. They built it up, and this is like crappy, bad sci-fi.
This one final leap will change this universe forever, even as you leave it behind.
So, literally, my name is very apropos. Fart, knocker, jump. As I'm on the way out, I leave a giant galactic fart in the previous universe that just rips it a new one, I guess, is what he's saying. One last blast into the past while you move forward into the next dimension. That's very, very cool. Obviously, a big ripper on the way out. That's what he's saying. By the way, I got a $7 tip from Cookie Man. Well, thank you to the Cookie Man for a $7 tip. I appreciate that. I don't know why you're the Cookie Man. Or do you make cookies? Do you eat cookies? Do you crush cookies? Well, I don't know. But maybe Santa Phil can tell you in a second here in this animation. Anyway. Time for the last blast. The Stormer said I would be reborn. This sounds like death. Skip to the part where I become more powerful. This is all too much. I don't understand. The artifacts, who created them and why? He's not going to tell you shit, right? He doesn't know.
Unknowingly, you just answered your own questions. For who creates things but creators? That is what they have been named throughout the endless circle of time. Are they one or many? Human or alien? terrestrial or celestial. One day, you might even meet the creators.
Right.
But
not this day, because we couldn't be bothered to write that part of the story. We were too lazy.
Why?
Right?
So that you could ask that very question. So that you could stand before me for time immemorial and delve into the mysterious of the unending cosmos.
Wow. So basically, it's a complete cop-out. They absolutely will not give you a true ending to the game whatsoever in any way, is what they're saying. They didn't bother writing a real ending. Great. Alright, well, the Starborn said I would be reborn, but this sounds like death.
Much like the death of a star creates new kinds of matter, so will the part of your being become fused with the unity itself. That part is what becomes Starborn and crosses into the multiverse. Through your eyes, it will be as if waking up from a dream. Walk into the gate of light, and you will become Starborn. Everything will vanish, and you will awaken somewhere else. But that isn't your only potential destiny.
Nuh.
You can turn around, walk away from the unity until the stars fade away, and you will wake up on your own ship, in your universe. You could live out the life you have. I have enjoyed speaking to you once again. All of you. Every version that is here in the Unity, right now. Go out into the stars.
Guys, I see there's some contributions coming in. I will shout those out after we get to the end.
As
What the fuck?
Stepping towards infinity, I offer you a glimpse into what will happen to the universe you may be leaving. As the essence of who you are is spread throughout space and time.
So this is your epilogue. This is your epilogue of what's going to happen when you leave.
By defeating both the hunter and the emissary, the path to the unity in this universe is left for the people of the settled systems to discover on their own, uninterrupted by powerful Starborn.
Ah. So there's no Starborn to interrupt anymore. We got rid of them. So everyone can just study this. Okay.
Ron Hope's downfall proves once again that the Freestar Rangers put justice above petty power plays and politics.
Uh-huh.
A sense of commitment to the common good grows throughout the Freestar Collective. Acts of heroism and noble sacrifice increase.
Jade, I'm sorry the hat's bothering you. The stream's almost over. Can I move any faster than a snail's pace?
The Constellation membership who stays behind will in time publish their data about the discovery of the artifacts, the Starborn, and the Unity.
What's he doing?
Exploration across the settled systems is given new life as people search for hope out there in the stars.
So basically everyone's fine. What happens to the terrormorphs? Did we solve the problem with what we did?
The use of an engineered microbe on the terrormorphs leads to a near extinction of the species.
Ah.
Fear of aliens declines throughout the settled systems. Belief in the UC as the most well-protected area of space grows.
And that's it. That's all the epilogues we have. Because Barrett's dead, right? Everyone else is going with us, so they won't have epilogue stories. And I didn't do the other factions, right? If I did Ryujin or the Crimson Fleet, we would have had those faction epilogues, but I didn't do them. So we don't have those. Okay, let's walk in and see what happens. And then I have shout-outs to do. Oh.
A new universe awaits you. Who will you be in this one? What choices?
Could you shut up? No, stop gabbing. Here we go. Embrace the infinite! does like the Fallout theme. It almost does. Wow. Wow. What's hilarious is the reflection of my hat on my TV looks better than what's on my TV. My hat is more impressive than the ending of the game. Right? So what's going on right now? Can I do anything? Or are you supposed to sit here? Hello? What are we looking at? Oh, is this the blast I left? This is the blast I left on the way out. Here it is. Look at that blast. Wow, that's an impressive blast out of the ass. Nice. Damn. Usually I don't visualize my blasts. You know what I'm saying? But now we can. Very nice. That's really it? That's the end, huh? That's the ending, huh? Wow. Thanks for coming. Wow. I can't skip the credits? They make you speed through them. You can't just skip them. You have to speed through them with the thumbstick. They forcefully want you to read them. Well, I'm not reading them. I refuse. I refuse to read their credits. Quickly, shout out to Zach, who did a super chat. Zach845, he says, Phil, I'm here to support the stream. Thank you, Zach. And Game Master also did another super chat. Thank you for that, guys. Also, I guess Nasty Mandy. Oh, I already shouted that one out. That's right. I got a $3 tip from Beth Jezos. Heard about your Comcast situation. At Twitch, we won't treat you like that. Yeah, but at Twitch, you don't provide internet service. So, and then a $3 tip came in from The Roo. So I received 2 more $3 tips. Thank you very much. That gets us up to 125 today. Wow, thank you guys. Now, what happens after? Because apparently, oh, here we go. Apparently something does happen now, right? All right, I pressed it. Okay. So, oh, what's this? Starborn, that is what you become. A being who has touched the infinite. Your story is over, but begins anew in this universe and countless others. You remember all you learned, your possessions, and everyone you knew has been left behind. Explore this universe and all it offers, and perhaps take another trip through the Unity. So basically, you keep your level. You keep your level and your skills. But now you're going to continue on in a second. Wait a minute. What is that? How did I get that? I got a new outfit. Yeah, look. The Spaceborne Spacesuit Astra. So, it's worth 62,000. Grants up to 100 energy resistance and physical resistance the lower your health gets. Lead line, 25 radiation resistance. Reactive, 10% chance to stagger nearby attackers. And it has a balanced boost pack installed. See that? Okay. I'm on the moon of Ansalon in the Narian system. And so here we are. We're actually in a ship. We're in a Starborn ship. Right? Okay. So what do I do? We can fly. One stall step. Go to the lodge. Okay. Let's see what happens. So now you have a Starborn spaceship for your second playthrough, huh? Yeah, look. I wonder how good it is. What's hilarious, though, my other ship, that was better than a Starborn ship, because I took out 2 at once, remember? I destroyed them in the space.
Attention,
so...
unidentified vessel. You have no faction markings or registered manufacturer. Please maintain course while we scan you. Assuming scans even work on whatever it is you're flying. Scan complete. Go ahead and land.
So we gotta do it again? Yeah. So what happens if you go inside the Constellation? Let's find out. And this will be the end of the playthrough. I'll give my final thoughts. Because no, I'm not going to play New Game Plus. I'm being told what happens is every time you hit a New Game Plus, the suit powers up more. So essentially, that's how you become infinitely... What the fuck? That looked weird. That's how you become infinitely powerful. Is that every New Game Plus, you increase in power over and over and over. Plus, you're keeping your levels, right? You're keeping all your skills and everything from the first playthrough. Okay, New Atlantis. You know what's hilarious? Did anyone change? That's what I want to see when we get to Constellation. Did anyone actually, like, change? Yeah, look.
Unprovoked attack on a United Colonies research facility will not.
So this happens again. The same scenes take place a second time from the first time you arrived. Remember that? What happened to the sky? Yeah, I guess it didn't really render right or something when I was landing. It looked like shit. Everything looks the same though, right? Like nothing looks any different. Everything looks identical. Alright. Let's just go to Constellation, see what's different, and then that's the playthrough, because I'm not doing New Game Plus. I mean, basically the game's endless. You just keep going, and so if you don't do a faction quest the first time, you could do it the second time. You don't have to do everything in your first run, right? See, the funny part is, you might say, oh, this is cool, because now you have more power, and you can do that. You don't need it. Like, if you think about my playthrough, right? In this entire run, over 44 hours, I think it's like a 45-hour playthrough. Was I ever really challenged? Did I ever really go up against odds that were so insurmountable that I wish I had better armor or better guns or better equipment? I pretty much handled everything pretty smoothly, right? I think the only problems I had was sometimes I had ammo issues, like I was running out of ammo. But outside of that, for the most part, everything was pretty easy to tackle, right? So who cares that you got a better suit, right? And what's funny is Meatball Man says, yeah, it's infinite universes, but the cities are all identical and everything. Yeah. Well, I'm curious, will anyone inside the lodge be different, right? Let's find out. Because this is supposed to be Universe 2. So did they change anything in the lodge? Sarah looks the same.
Excuse me, this is a private... Wait. There's something familiar about you. Vasco, identify.
Scanning. Cross-referencing known employee records of our affiliated organizations.
Huh.
Please remain still. This appears to be the miner from Argos Extractors. Lost as we were carrying the artifact from Vectera. Current whereabouts, previously unknown.
I see. Vasco already delivered the artifact. So, why are you showing up now?
So you're supposed to tell them. Skip the main quest? Repeat the main quest. Skip it. I'm now who you think. I'm Starborn. I know what these artifacts are.
You're a... I see. So some of our theories about the artifacts are correct.
You're taking their word for it? What if this person's just delusional?
No.
Breathed in too many gases in that mining operation.
Why don't we hear him out? We know next to nothing. We have everything to gain if he's telling the truth.
All right, let's hear it.
The Starborn hunt for the artifacts across the universe, each hoping to be the one to construct the art. Let's say this. I'm not from this universe. Okay.
So, that's what we're looking for. The pieces to an armillary. A path to the center of a multiverse.
This is either the truth or the most elaborate practical joke I've ever witnessed.
I think we're past the point of doubting, Walter.
In any event, we'll be able to see for ourselves.
They all look the same to me, do they
know
not?
where most
What
of the
changed?
artifacts are now, and presumably how we get them.
Everything looks identical. You could gather up the artifacts easily, and I'll look for the other Starborn.
I don't know if you should rush off to meet them. Some of those artifacts granted you powers, am I right? We should leverage that. I want you to check with Vladimir on the Eye. Cross-reference what you've told us with what he's picking up on the scans. You track down the artifacts the Eye finds, while we gather the others.
So, you're not the same Sarah I knew, but it's good to see you again. The Hunter killed one of you in my universe. We will not do the same here.
And we're grateful for that, Starborn. Now, let's get those artifacts.
So you don't even tell them your name. You just skip that whole portion. You know.
Customary to say, "Welcome home." That is not dimensionally accurate in this case.
They gave me a few items, right? I'm getting a few items here. Yeah, they give me some basic stuff, med packs and stuff like that. The second universe is almost always identical to the first version, and you start getting different ones after. So how many fucking times do they expect you to play the game? Do you really think I want to spend 400 hours in this universe redoing the same shit over and over to finally get it to look different?
You're not quite the angel I thought may have made the artifacts, but a miracle nevertheless.
So the thing is now Barrett doesn't exist, right? Barrett is out there somewhere, right? Because he didn't show up. Yeah, look, you only have one mission. Talk to Vladimir. Now, I think later on, will you trigger the faction quest? I'm just curious. 10 times? People are saying it caps at 10 times. Really? Wow. Well, I'm going to save. I have a tip to shout out, and I'm going to give you my final thoughts, because I have to adjourn anyway. We're out of time. So...
Hello, Starborn.
Looks like he went over here to pout.
I will assist in any way I can.
Okay, he's gonna pout. I'll give you my final thoughts about the game as we stare at the armillary. Well, they have to build it, right? But this is initially what it was, right? Alright, so... the armor level caps at 10 times. It never increases after that, but you can go through infinitely. Okay. I received a $6 tip from the Roo. Wow, the Roo with a lot of tips today. Thank you so much to the Roo. I appreciate that. Alright, so my final thoughts on Starborn after playing for 45 hours, completing the main quest, and seeing how the game reboots. Essentially, alright, when you start playing it and it feels so much like Fallout or even an Elder Scrolls game, you kind of feel at home, right? I see there's going to be dialogue choices, there's going to be a lot of looting, there's going to be these missions where your dialogue matters, and there's going to be it does feel like the standard Bethesda open world RPG experience where everywhere you go there's another mission that unlocks another mission, and there's all this content that kind of links and keeps going out in this branching paths kind of a deal. But then when you finally actually see what it is, 4 factions, right? And then a set number of companions. How many are there? Like 3 or 4 who have quests. I know there's Barrett, Sarah, Andrea, and Sam. So 4 real companions in the game. All the other companions aren't real companions, right? They come with you, but they don't have their own stories and quest lines and things. So you got that. You got your companion stuff. You got your faction stuff. You've got a zillion miscellaneous quests, right? But well, I definitely noticed. Like, remember when I went to Neon and I went there, I said, today on the stream, all we're going to do is all the Neon quests that we encounter, right? And we did it all. And by the end of that stream, I realized something. I had wasted my time because the entire stream of side content didn't do anything. It didn't amount to anything. I didn't really get anything new that was interesting. Doing all those side quests didn't affect the story in any way whatsoever. It just so happened to be content to do, but it felt like content that was meaningless. And I hate to say it, that's exactly what Starfield feels like. It's a game full of content. There's tons of missions. There's a research tree. There's crafting systems where you can improve your weapons. You could build your own ship. You could build an outpost, right? You could do all these new things in the game, but none of them actually amount to anything. What's the point of adding in all of these things into the game if none of them actually factor into anything that matters? What matters is the main quest line. After that, everything else is on the periphery, and you could choose to do it or not, but it doesn't really affect anything. You know what I'm saying? Like, to me, I play the game, and the further that I got into the game, I started realizing that the game just didn't feel like it had much meaning to it. You know what I'm saying? Like when I play Fallout, and I feel like I'm experiencing this incredibly unique and fun universe with a combat system with VATS that's very different from other games, right? Or you play Elder Scrolls and it's this epic fantasy with all this stuff going on. I never really feel that playing this game. You know what I mean? Like, it's just like, all right, I'm going through the motions, I'm doing some missions, I'm shooting some things repetitively or whatever. But I think that's really the major shortcoming of this game. It's like they threw all this stuff into a universe, but did anyone ever step back and say, is this universe fun? Is it unique? Is it interesting? Does it hold interest? And is it meaningful to spend the amount of time in it that you're going to? And that's going to be a question that a lot of people will answer differently. People who really like Starfield, right, were completely engaged by this universe and felt it to be incredibly meaningful. To me, the game felt bland. It felt like almost like they tried to copy paste what they had done in the past, but without any of the originality or the talent of the people who made those games from the past, right? It felt, you know what this game feels like? Okay, so you know when you make a photocopy of something, you know, you put it down on a photocopier, right? And you get a copy of it. But then you make a copy of the copy. And then you make the copy of the copy of the copy. The more that you copy the same thing and you regurgitate it out more and more, it loses its focus. It becomes fuzzy. It doesn't look good the 20th, 30th time you've copied it. The Bethesda formula for RPGs has now been copied so many times, it doesn't feel special anymore. I already have the Elder Scrolls universe. I already have the Fallout universe and multiple games in those universes. I don't need another universe with the same formula another time. And the things that they tried to do that were original don't work. The shipbuilding, incredibly tedious and boring, not fun. Flying around, completely useless. You could just fast travel everywhere. Planet exploration, I explored one planet, and what happened during it? The game crashed. So I never bothered doing it again. Never built an outpost, meaningless. Crafting system, meaningless. You don't need to ever craft. You find enough stuff in the game. Research trees, meaningless. It's all meaningless. So all you did is you copied your previous work, you put it into a new plot line, and you expected that people were going to just be okay with the status quo. It's not. I want something original and different and fun and unique. And I've said this multiple times as I've played this game. When I think Elder Scrolls, I think, oh, the fantasy aspect of it. Magic and sword play and, you know, the dark elf, the Daedra and the other races, right? And the unique locations and all the lore of everything in Elder Scrolls. It's super unique. And then you think about Fallout. Oh, man, it's the apocalyptic quest line with an old-timey feel. It's old tech, but it's kind of futuristic. You got the Brotherhood and the Enclave and their power suits. You got bottle caps. You got the little, oh, I don't have it out right now. The little Vault Boys and all of that, right? All that stuff that's synonymous and epic with that universe. And you're like, wow, that's cool. With Starfield, because they copied those previous games to make this one, it doesn't feel like anything stands out and is unique at all. Like, what do you have? Chunks food? Wow, I can't wait to eat some chunks today. You know what I mean? Like, there's nothing you can even think of that's unique or interesting about this universe. It just exists. It's fine. Let me put it this way. There's nothing about Starfield that screams, this game is an unfinished mess, this game sucks. But it's also just not good. It's just kind of meh. It's there for those who want to sit down and invest countless hours into a universe, a self-regenerating universe, right? That's exactly the purpose this game serves. But if you're looking for something unique, something that's a standout, something that's fun, that feels fresh, original, new, different, and something that you're going to remember and it's going to resonate, none of those boxes get checked by Starfield for me. Not a single one. And then on top of that, on console, the game runs poorly. It has choppy frame rate, it crashes, the gunplay is boring and repetitive and doesn't even feel as good as the combat of either Elder Scrolls or Fallout. So it kind of fails on so many levels. It's their new IP, and it's actually the most boring of all of their IPs. I would much rather go play Elder Scrolls or Fallout or any version of those games that I've already played than play more Starfield. People were begging me to stop playing this game because they were so bored. Yet, people want to see me go replay Fallout 3 or Fallout 4 or another Elder Scrolls game. So that speaks volumes, alright? I hate to say it, this was supposed to be make or break for Bethesda. They dropped the ball. this game is a humongous disappointment. After all the hundreds of hours of enjoyment that I've gotten in Bethesda RPGs, this was the least enjoyable experience, the most boring experience, the most tedious experience, and now that I've played 45 hours and seen the ending, I actually wish I never played the game. I'm serious about that too. I wish I was playing a different Bethesda game instead of Starfield. That's how disappointing it is to me. So, they really screwed up, and I don't know how they're going to recover, because they were banking on this, and they really screwed it up. You know what I mean? Like, I have zero desires to continue. They made an engine that, oh, the whole idea is to make you want to keep replaying the game over and over. I literally don't ever want to play this again. I don't see the point. There's nothing interesting about this game. You know what I'm saying? So, I would much... next game for Bethesda, I'd love to replay Fallout 3 or Fallout 4. Maybe play an Elder Scrolls I never played before. I'm not playing this again. I'm not doing a new game plus. I'm not wasting my time. I'd much rather do anything else. You know? So, I don't know what's going to happen, but I feel like, I mean, the thing is, they're safe. They're owned by Microsoft now. They're not going anywhere. But, man, this was supposed to be make or break to prove that they still have the chops after the disappointing Fallout 4 and then Fallout 76 being a broken mess and being junk. And now they come out with this, and this is just an epic fail. 45 hours in. It's not like I rushed through it. 45 hours invested. And I would like my 45 hours back. Sadly, in life, you can't get your time back, right? So, I guess we'll see. But for me, this is a huge thumbs down disappointment. And I'm sorry to everyone. Why? Because, you know, 45 hours invested. We could have been doing different stuff. We could have been enjoying different games. You know what I'm saying? And that's sad. Because that was a big thing. I started this in... We took a lot of my September and a big chunk of my October of this year was Starfield. And we could have been doing other stuff. Hell, we could have just been playing other Bethesda games. You know? And that's disappointing to invest that much time into a game. Like, dude, I could have been doing anything else. A lot of people are so upset with me I didn't play Baldur's Gate 3. We could have been playing Baldur's Gate 3 instead of Starfield. And from everything I'm hearing, we probably would have liked it a heck of a lot more. And that's a shame. So anyway, I do want to say to everyone who's watched this long and saw the whole playthrough, thank you for that. I appreciate you hanging in there and watching. Because, man, the second half of the game did get tedious and boring. And then we've been waiting for this ending. And this whole multiverse plotline is just so... Okay, I'm going to end it saying this. Because this is my final thing to say about this multiverse plotline. Okay?
I wonder why.
They won't shut up now. So I'm just going to do this so they'll shut up. Okay? In a multiverse, the reason that multiverses work, alright, is very simple. Because you've seen so much of the one universe that you're used to that it's cool to see it cross over with something different. I'll give you an example. In DC Comics, there were different eras of comics. There was the original Golden Age Superman. He couldn't even fly, alright? He could jump really far. Then there was the Silver Age Superman, where the character was redesigned and retooled and changed. Then there's the modern day Superman. And when they did Crisis on Infinite Earths, the reason it worked is because they had an established Superman that everyone knew and loved, but now you could actually see that beloved Superman cross over into other universes and see interactions with the others. How would they interact? How will they fight? Will they team up against a common enemy? Why right now are all of the Across the Spider-Verse movies, or the Spider-Verse movies, doing well? Because we all love Spider-Man. We've seen different iterations. Now we have the Peter Parker Spider-Man, the Miles Morales Spider-Man. We like them all. And to see them all interact and have different plot lines in those movies, it works, right? We had the multiverse in the Marvel movies. Why did it work? Because we had 20, 30 movies already. And now to see different versions of the characters cross over. This is Starfield 1. This is not Starfield 2, 3, 5, 10. This is Starfield 1. We barely even know the characters in the game. We barely even get to care about them. And now they're expecting me to care for the fact that they're dying, but then there's other multiverse versions of them and they're all crossing over. They jumped so far ahead with the plot. Like, this plot would have worked. The multiverse plot would have had an impact and worked if this was like Starfield 3. And Barrett has been with us for all these times and all these meaningful quests. And he's like your buddy, right? He's your best friend, your buddy. And then all of a sudden he dies at the end of Starfield 3. But now the plot is that there's a multiverse and there's other Barretts. Now there's impact, right? But the fact that the way that they tended us to care in the first iteration of their universe, and literally when they make it a multiverse plotline like that, nothing matters anymore. So now, everything I just invested of my 40 hours of gameplay is meaningless because it all resets anyway. So who gives a shit what you did? They screwed up. Multiverses work, but not in a first iteration of anything. Whether it's a show, a movie, a video game, you have to have multiverses be meaningful. You can't just have it appear and people will care. This multiverse plot falls flat on its face and they fucked it up. So I'm sorry, Starfield is a giant disappointment. It's a huge fail for Bethesda, and it's actually my least favorite Bethesda RPG I have ever played. That's my opinion. I thank you all for tuning in, watching, and supporting the playthrough. I do hope you enjoyed it, but I don't foresee myself coming back to this game anytime soon for any good reason. I think it would be a waste of time when we could be playing better games. Thank you everyone for watching. I'll see you soon.